all De La Salle community members to consider lemurs when they're either buying a new or used car or having service on their GM vehicle.
Rubino Counseling Services is proud to be celebrating 25 years of treating the mental health needs of teenagers, families, and trauma victims, including first responders in our community. Rubino Counseling Services is owned and operated by De La Salle alumnus Dr. Michael Rubino and Carondelet alum continued support, and we look forward to working with you for years to come. Remember, call Rubino Counseling Services for any mental health needs at 925-827-9876. Special rates are available for De La Salle and Carondelet families.
Planning on updating your home? Looking for impressive, beautiful, maintenance-free windows and patio doors? Dolan's features environmentally friendly Firex by Anderson at low, affordable prices. 2 times stronger than vinyl, these impressive windows and patio doors won't chip, crack, peel, or rust, and so much more.
The Grant 14-yard line, but after a false start penalty, pushed them back to the 19 and made it 4th and 9. The Spartans chose to go for the field goal, but the kick by Justin Yorabari was wide right, and it stayed 14-0. This is still in the first quarter with over 4 minutes to go. Grant picked up their first down of the game on their ensuing possession, but would have to punt to the Spartans once again after the Spartans took over at their own 20-yard line with 2:25 to play in that opening quarter. Brady Smith had a terrific 78-yard run that set up the Spartans at the Grant 2-yard line. Braden Knight ran it in on the next play to make it 21-0 after the extra point. 2 plays, 80 yards in just 49 seconds. This is still in the first quarter. Another 3 and out by Grant gave the Spartans the ball back. Still in the first quarter with 35 seconds to play in the period. Spartans started at their own 37-yard line. It looked like they were going to go 3 and out. On 4th and 7 from their own 40, they would be lined up in punt formation, but it was Brady Smith handling the punt, and actually fake punt, and running it for 12 yards to give the Spartans a first down. And then 4 plays later, they were in the end zone on Braden Knight's second touchdown run of the game. The quarterback ran it in from 36 yards out. The extra point made it 28-0. 9-play, 63-yard drive in 2 minutes and 36 seconds. This was with just under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Spartans up 28-0. This is when the Grant offense started to get going. They started at their own 20-yard line, and on a 3rd and 11, it was Tavio Rios completing the 58-yard pass to D'Angelo Knight down to the Spartan 23-yard line. Next play, Rios hooked up with Knight again, this time a 23-yard connection for the touchdown. The extra point made it 28-7, 4 plays, 80 yards in a minute 10. Spartans would get the ball back with 8:49 to go in the first half, and they would embark on another good drive. This time it would be an 11-play, 72-yard possession. They would convert a couple of third downs, including a third down run by Smith. On 2nd and 7 from the Grant 8-yard line, it was Jamal Johnson-Lucas scoring his second touchdown of the season as he scored from 8 yards out to make it 34-7. The extra point was missed. 11 plays, 72 yards in 3 minutes and 50 seconds. It was a 34-7 Spartan lead with just under 5 minutes to go in the first half. Grant would go on another good drive once again. They would get down to the Spartan 20-yard line, faced with a 4th and 5. They would pick up a holding penalty against the Spartan secondary to set up 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Rios on the next play was under pressure. He dumped it off to a safety valve, Thorne Watson, and Watson would do all the work from 10 yards away. He'd make a nice spin move, get into the end zone. The extra point made it 34-14 after that 10-yard hookup. An 11-play, 72-yard drive for Grant that took 4 minutes and 49 seconds as they were able to score that touchdown with just 10 seconds left in the half. And that's where we stand now. The Spartans would kneel on it one time before heading to the locker room. So you have the Spartans jumping out 28-0. They are up by a 20-point margin right now, but Grant has to be in the halftime locker room feeling better because their offense put together 2 good drives, the best drives the Spartan defense has seen against them this year.
Yeah, I didn't see Knight in that last drive, which was kind of interesting, number 2. I don't know if you did, Pat, and then Edwards at the very end got dinged up. And then obviously on defense they had Ernie Tofi, the middle linebacker, who's a great athlete, number 4, get hit on the knee. So they took some kind of nagging injuries going into this first half. Grant Pacers did, and so see how that affects them as they come out here for this second half, because obviously Edwards, Shabazz, and Knight really make up a lot of that firepower out on the edge catching passes for the Pacers.
And this is, of course, one of the games in the state involving two teams ranked in the top 50 in the state. The Spartans ranked 7th and Grant ranked 33rd, according to Cal High Sports. These are some other interesting games going on in the state this evening. The top-ranked team now is St. John Bosco after Mater Dei got knocked off last week by Centennial. Bosco tonight is taking on St. Louis of Honolulu of Hawaii, making the trip to Orange County tonight. Also, Mission Viejo, the number 2 ranked team. They're playing a team from out of state as well. They're at McAllen of Tennessee. And the good matchup involving Centennial, ranked 4th. They're at 39th ranked Rancho Cucamonga. Of course, that's when you talk about the scrimmage.
Mello's Italian Table offers a lively and friendly atmosphere from its prime location at 1360 Locust Street in the heart of Walnut Creek. We invite you to enjoy our full bar and an exciting menu of delicious pizzas, pastas, salads, and more. While you're here, be sure to try our local favorites like the Luca Pizza and the spicy vodka rigatoni. Join us for an unforgettable dining experience that will keep you coming back for more.
One thing I'm most proud of is the diversity of perspectives that we bring to our clients. And when we talk about how we design these buildings and how they're going to serve that community, we really value having those different perspectives.
At Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, we want you to get your swing back, get your ride back, get your sprint back. With our top-to-toe orthopedic care throughout the Bay Area, we want you to get your life back. Golden State Orthopedics and Spine, ortho care for life.
De La Salle football playing their first regular season game in Sacramento in 37 years.
I just want to make sure we scored the first point.
It was October 8th, 1988, the last time they played a regular season game in Sacramento. A 24-7 win over Valley. It was a 13-0 Spartans team. The only ever meeting they had with Valley. And now they're back in Sacramento tonight at Grant Union High School. Spartans, who led 28-0, are up 34-14 at the break.
All right, here we go.
And Johnny Borba will be kicking from left to right for the Spartans. You got Kobe Cheese Shabazz back to return, along with D'Angelo Knight.
Yeah, so I guess that answers that question. Knight's ready to go, and it's going to go to him.
And he's going to watch it bounce into the end zone. So let's see if Grant offense can pick up where they left off. The Spartan defense had not allowed any points in the first 159 minutes of this season until Grant scored. With 8:49 to go in the second quarter, they added another touchdown.
I mean, if they come out here and can drive down and score again, now you start saying you might have yourself a ball game. So
It'll be very interesting to see how these teams come out for the second half. Tavio Rios done a very nice job filling in at quarterback for the Pacers. The sophomore with Watson to his left. Looks over to the sideline. He's got Edwards in the slot to that left side along with Shabazz. Those are the top two receivers. He's looking that way. He tries to go to Edwards, and Edwards can't pull in the one-handed catch with the right hand. It's Zion Cadet had the coverage.
Yeah, he's got to maybe try to put a little touch on that. That was just a really tough ball to try to handle.
Along with Stephen Shea, Pat O'Rourke with you. Tony Dickert and Tim Banks, also part of our team here at Grant Union High School.
Staying in the shotgun.
Watson now to the right of Rios. And Rios fakes it to him, runs that direction, chased by Landon Miller, tries to make a move on the sophomore and instead slips and hits the turf.
Yeah, really rare if you're going to outmaneuver Miller out on the edge. He's 6'2", 200-plus pound, lightning fast, and he's a sophomore. Him and Vargas are our two hitters out there at linebacker, and he contains them really well here, settles them down, and it's a wrap.
Loss of a yard on the play at 3rd and 11. Rios again has to step up and evade rushers from the pocket. He's going to try to throw on the run, and his pass is going to be complete and getting tackled shy of the 17. We didn't have a name for it. We got a name here at halftime from the great folks at Grant, and it's 5'11", 165 junior pulls in the catch.
What a throw, too, on the run. Over Miller, and the linebacker drops it in there, going to his left and just.
I think he was past the line of scrimmage. This line of scrimmage was the 19-yard line.
Okay.
And but it goes as a first down for Grant. Pickup of 20 on the play. Rios looking left. There's Shabazz. Shabazz breaks one arm tackle, stays on his feet, had a couple of spins to get away from tackles and pick up the first down right in front of the Grant bench.
And he's electric when he gets the football. If you saw the Folsom game, he caused all kinds of problems early in that football game, and he kind of jumps off the page. Here he is, gets by turning up the field and gets turned around and keeps his balance and gets another 5 or 6 yards by keeping his feet.
Pickup of 15 for the Sacramento State commit. He caught the winning touchdown in the state championship game against Pacifica last year to capture that Division II AA crown for Grant. 83 catches, 1,200 yards as a sophomore last year. Here's Rios to his right, trying to outrun Pasa, and his pass incomplete, well shy of his intended target, Woods.
And he kind of let that go almost ahead of the line of scrimmage as well. He was right on it if it wasn't slightly over there. Here it is.
Pasa and Ferguson chasing.
No, he was behind. Great play there by the Spartans to take that pass away.
He is doing a good job moving around, though, in terms of buying himself some time, and he has no trouble, clearly, does Rios, throwing on the run.
Yeah, he's not the biggest guy in the world. He's got great feet. I'm surprised he doesn't just take it upfield on occasion.
5'11", 165-pound sophomore.
They've been lining Edwards and Shabazz on the short side of the field together.
Rios comes across the middle. He's got his man complete for a first down to D'Angelo Knight. Knight, who's had some big catches tonight, including the first touchdown of the evening for Grant, picks up the first down.
Yeah, Grant's not going to go away. They're going to stay in this. Here's the play here. It's just going to be a nice little crossing pattern by Knight, and he catches a bullet right on him quickly. He's able to gather it and then keep rolling up the field. Great play for the Pacers.
Cadet on the tackle, but not before. Grant picks up 20. This time he's going up for Edwards. Edwards in the end zone, fights for the football, and catches for the Grant touchdown. 26-yard hookup from Rios to Edwards, and the Pacers have scored on 3 consecutive possessions.
Holy cow, what a catch there. Now you know why Alabama and everybody else is looking at him. 6'6" and can fly going up the side. That's the play before that we're seeing now, but here's the play here. Just lets it go, and he puts a lot of air underneath it. Great football here to just drop it in. He's getting. There's a.
You're watching on De La Salle TV.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more by visiting us at newfi.com today. Go Spartans!
Transform your house into the home of your dreams. Trusted by homeowners for over 40 years. Carey Brothers Design and Build Remodeling. Experience, integrity, results.
Sophomore quarterback, Tapio Rios.
Well, we weren't expecting this. The Spartan defense has allowed touchdowns on 3 straight Grant possessions, 3 touchdown passes, the latest one to the terrific tight end Zoe Edwards from 26 yards out. 7-play, 80-yard drive, took 2 minutes and 8 seconds, and just like that, Grant, who was down 28-0, is within 14 at 34-20.
Yeah, they're going to have to keep him in the pocket going forward. If he gets outside the pocket, he's buying time and his receivers are getting open.
Kickoff is going to be short, and it's going to go out of bounds. So pressure's on the Spartan offense from the way Grant has scored on these last 3 possessions. Spartans have had just 1 possession really in that span. They had that kneel down that we won't really count as possession before halftime. So let's see if the Spartan offense can keep putting scoring drives together. They've put together 5 of them in the first half. Get a look again at the Grant drum line. Terrific atmosphere tonight in Sacramento. Pleased to have you with us here on De La Salle TV. 34-20 is our score. We'll update that scoreboard when we can in a moment. Jefferson and Nicholas back to return. There's another penalty on Grant. Actually, of course, that was on the previous kickoff that went out of bounds. So Grant now will be kicking off from their own 35-yard line.
All right.
I mean, the crowd's kind of gotten re-energized here. I don't think they were even expecting 3 possessions and 3 touchdowns. So it's kind of putting some pep in the step here of the Pacers.
Here we go.
The junior, Romero, kicking off again. And that one might go out of bounds again. It does, right at the 20-yard line. Almost the same spot as the previous kickoff that went out of bounds.
It'd be interesting if the Spartans going to decide to run the football and burn some clock here as they try to score this going down the field, or are they going to mix it up like they have for the first part of this game where they have a nice mix of run and pass?
They get it at the 40-yard line.
Hesitation, I need to hear you. First and 10.
Jaden Jefferson, Brady Smith split behind Braden Knight. Spartans, who are rolling along, are now in a dogfight of the Pacers as Smith gets the carry. Smith continues to run hard, picks up 3.
Yeah, big number 72, or maybe 77 wasn't having. I can't see the number. I think it's 77.
Mosati Fotofili, 6'2", 275-pound junior.
My gosh.
After Smith picks up 3.
Let's show the defense some love. Let's go, second down.
Miller, the H-back on the right side. You got both tight ends over there. The handoff goes up the middle to Jefferson.
Number 6, Julian Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno, the sophomore standout linebacker, came in and smacked him right in the mouth, forcing a 3rd down here early in this drive for the Spartans. So Spartans being tested here.
3rd down and 5. First possession of the second half for De La Salle. Less than 9 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Obviously a lot of time to go in this one. Greg Jones and Brady Smith split behind Knight. Tight ends each side. It's Knight on play action. He's rushed, and he is tackled in the backfield for a sack on 3rd down. That was Julian Bruno, the terrific sophomore linebacker.
Was it, or was... Here's the replay here coming in. Knight thinks he's going to have some time to let this develop, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Bruno comes in and just says, meet the dirt.
9-yard loss.
Back to his
And the Spartans go 3 and out, and Grant now has a chance to make it a 1-possession game.
That was impressive right there by the Pacers.
Yorubari punts it away. Shabazz calling for the fair catch. It's off his hands, but he does retrieve it.
Wow, that was scary right there.
And the Grant offense that has been rolling comes back on the field shortly after that 80-yard drive they just put together to start the second half.
Shabazz is like a cat. I mean, his reflexes are incredible. That ball is going to get away from a lot of kids, and he was able to contain it. Here we go. You might not say this the rest of the year. A chance to go 4 drives in a row for a touchdown against this De La Salle vaunted defense.
Spartan pass defense has been eaten up by Rios and these terrific receivers at Grant. Another showdown here in near the Sacramento area. Folsom is playing at Rockland tonight. Rockland was winning that one 14-13. We've got a timeout here on the field. This timeout brought to you by Apollo Roofing. 34-20, Spartans lead at first down for Grant coming up out of this break. You're watching on De La Salle TV.
There's a lifetime of beautiful outdoor living waiting for you at Dolan's. It's fiber-on decking for easy, carefree living. Why choose this durable composite? There's an amazing choice of colors. The rich look of multi-chromatic exotic hardwood. It resists splintering, rotting, and cracking with really low maintenance. See the colors and learn more at dolanlumber.com. Fiber-on at Dolan's Home Improvement Centers.
So I gave that Folsom Rockland score. Folsom actually now back in front, 27-14 over Rockland after trailing 14-13. Here, though, it's 34-20 De La Salle. They were up 28-0. Here's Rios trying to pass across the middle. He's got D'Angelo Knight again, and Knight with Cadet on his back takes him for a ride shy of midfield.
Yeah, and this is a problem away from Spartans.
26-yard pickup for D'Angelo Knight, who's got over 100 yards. Rios with nobody in the backfield tries to throw it up top for Edwards, and Edwards, who are juniors.
Yeah, they've gone to the shotgun. They've abandoned the run. They're just going to throw it right now.
2nd and 10. There's a running play to Watson. Watson gets grabbed and taken to the turf by Miller.
That was a jinx, but maybe just to keep them honest there, they ran something up the middle, but Pacers have had a lot of success here just staying in the shotgun, letting the young quarterback use his feet and his speed. He actually is not afraid to come off his first or second read, too, and he'll start to run and move around with his feet.
That was a pickup of 2, 3rd down and 8. These 3rd and longs haven't phased Rios and the Pacers. Rios wants to move out of the pocket, but he gets taken down in the backfield. Bubba Vargas comes in to make the stop to make sure Rios doesn't create anything with his legs again.
And I think that was really well done by the Spartans calling that defense. They kind of caged him in here, and they on purpose. Bubba's out there with a spy, and here he comes. He sees him coming up the middle, and Bubba comes in and finishes him off.
A loss of 4 on the play. Sack for Vargas.
Looks like they late coming on, maybe a punt.
Spartan defense did allow that 26-yard pickup to start the possession, but stopped the Pacers from there. It's 4th and 12, so the Pacers will punt. Down by 14.
Spartans have just gotten a little sleepy here. They got to get this pump back up.
Some pressure there, and I'm not sure if the Spartans got a piece of it or not. It does go forward inside Spartan territory.
I think they did get a piece of it because that ball came out of there really weird. Here's the replay. Yeah, I mean, that ball came out and had a different spin on it, went straight up in the air, didn't go anywhere. So
past the midway point of the 3rd quarter, Spartans get their 2nd possession of the half.
I mean, that last drive, the Pacers were sitting on the run. I mean, they stacked the box in the middle, we're not going to let them run it up the middle on them. So let's see what happens here.
Jefferson and Jones-Drew in the backfield. And a little issues with the snap. Again, that's the second time I think tonight we've seen everybody in the Spartan offense move except for the ball being snapped. So it goes as a false start.
Yeah, Coach Allenbaugh's got to be super frustrated right now, not executing for the last quarter.
Here we go, first and 15 for the Spartans.
So first and 15, trips to the right of Knight, and it's a bad snap over his head. He's going to have to try to retrieve it, a loose football, and he does get it way back inside the 15-yard line.
Yeah, just a debacle right now for the Spartans. This whole season, you haven't seen the Spartans, both defensively and offensively, look this disheveled right now. I mean, this is just careless. Ball came back a little high, but you got to catch that.
On the coverage for the
and he almost didn't cover this up.
Yeah. That's going to hurt his rushing numbers. That's a loss of 15. It's second down and 30 now. The Spartans got to get all the way to the 43 for a first down. Trips to the right of Knight. He comes that way, instead hands off to Drew coming the other way, but Jones-Drew is met in the backfield by Kane Fullwider and a couple of other dark jerseys to bring up third and a mile.
Wow. I mean, the kids for Grant right now are just flying around. They've got a lot of confidence right now, and they're playing really good defense. They've done a great job. And, I mean, look at – you don't see De La Salle getting pushed around like this right now, and this has got to be concerning right now for the Spartans.
Grant has been the better football team for the last quarter plus. They are within 14, and they forced a 3rd and 31 here. Knight trying to set up a screen pass. It's Jefferson. Jefferson with blockers in front. Past the 20, the 25 he's brought down, well shy of the first down. Gives the Spartans a little bit more breathing room before this upcoming punt.
Yeah, this is slow going here for the Spartans to start off this second half.
2 possessions, no first downs, 2 3-and-outs for the Spartans. And here's Grant getting the ball back, and another opportunity to make it a 1-possession game. A low snap that bounces to Urabari, makes a nice scoop pickup, and then he punts it away and gets a great bounce. It's going to go all the way inside the 25-yard line and will be picked up at the 22. It will end up being a 52-yard punt for Urabari.
Got really fortunate there with the bounce. I think if Shabazz catches that at all with any rhythm, he's going to put something electric down, and not able to handle it, had to get out of the way. The ball almost hit him and took an amazing Spartan bounce there. So Spartans luck out and changing the field position here in their favor. And they're going to have to do something about this pass attack and keeping this young quarterback contained in the pocket, not letting him get outside.
So back out there, Tavio Rios, the sophomore quarterback who's had a really nice game. Has some time here, throws up the near sideline looking for Shabazz. Shabazz made the catch, but he was out of bounds.
Yeah, that was almost sync that up. Rios was looking out here for Shabazz the whole time, had to readjust and then lets it fly. Ball came out of his hand a little low, or else that he would have got a completion there.
Pasa there getting held by the left tackle Vanderhoof. It's second down and 10.
Yeah, Spartans really have not been able to get a lot of pressure on Rios here in this second half. Pacers doing a nice job up front protecting. It's a big offensive line for the Pacers.
Spartans have been without Maya Tolono, who left the game in the second quarter with an injury, and that hurts them, especially in the middle of that defense, as the Pacers keep it on the ground with Watson. No whistle blown yet. Now they blow it as he picks up 4.
Talking about a fumble.
Spartans saying they have it. They say they took it away from Watson there, but the officials are saying no, it's third down.
Wow, look at Bubba Vargas.
He can't believe
That's
it.
the second time tonight that he's come up with a fumble and they don't give it to him.
Well, the officials were making a point. They had not blown the whistle for most of that play.
Here we go. 3rd and 6.
So 3rd and 6 from their own 26. Grant once down by 28 within 14.
Now the ref's coming in to talk about what just happened here.
I think they want to make sure where the ball is spotted.
Remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3rd and 6.
So now we're ready for the 3rd and 6 again. Rios
Here he comes.
comes to his left, tries a shovel pass to Watson off his hands and incomplete.
Yeah, and I think Watson should have had that. And if he did have that, he'd have the first, definitely had a chance to get a first down there. Bubba Vargas was trying to come and close on that, but he's a big kid, and we saw what he did when he had a little room and made that spin move to get into the end zone. He's shifty, and he's big. So now that's going to force a punt. So the Spartans kind of come out of this, changing the field position now, and might have a chance now if they can get a good return here.
You got to look at Jefferson. He's back to return along with Dylan Scott.
Jefferson back to receive.
Spartans could use a really nice return here if they
So
can get
Saya Noah is the punter. And under pressure, he gets it away. Scott calling for the fair catch, drops it, but luckily his teammate is there to pounce on it. That was Vargas. Yep.
Yeah, wow. Johnny on the spot, Bubba Vargas. What a heads-up play there. We've been talking about it all night. This stadium doesn't have great lights, and so when the ball gets up high, the kids are having trouble tracking it. That was another example of losing the ball up there.
Can the Spartans get a first down here? Can they start moving the football? They've had 2 3-and-outs to start this second half.
23 remaining in the 3rd quarter.
Jones, Drew, and Jefferson behind Knight. And the quarterback on a short drop wants to throw far side of the field, and the pass is bobbled but caught by Turner Madge near the sideline.
That's definitely a play that's worked well for the Spartans tonight. Just a quick drop back, set your feet and fire on either a hook or just these little 6, 7, 8 yard out plays.
Pick up a 4 on the play for Madge, who has 2 catches, 15 yards on the season coming into tonight.
They're stacking the box here on defense.
It's a handoff to Jones Drew. He bounces off a man in the middle of the pile, takes it upfield. He's inside the Grant 30, the 20, up to 10. Good in the end zone. Deuce Jones Drew scores. And the Spartans have their first points of the second half as Jones Drew scores from 53 yards out.
Unbelievable play. I mean, he took a shot right as he got to the line of scrimmage. Here it is. We missed that, but he was able to get loose. And then a lot of times running backs will get caught after taking a shot like that, and he was able to keep the jets on and get to the cornering all the way for Jones Drew. What a play for the Spartans. It's exactly what they needed.
6th rushing touchdown of the night for the Spartan offense. Madge to hold for Yoribari's kick. The extra point is good. 41-20. Spartans. 1:43 to go in the 3rd quarter. You're watching Spartan football. This is De La Salle TV.
Navigating the business world is fraught with dangers. As your guide, Armanino provides the insights, clarity, and strategy you need to succeed. You won't just win today, you'll redefine the game. Armanino. Possible. Redefined.
1:42
Spartans go 2 plays, 57 yards in 40 seconds after a Turner Madge 4-yard run. Deuce Jones-Drew follows it up with a powerful 53-yard touchdown run where he ran over a blocker at the line of scrimmage and took it the distance for his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. Spartans up by 3 touchdowns again as the kickoff goes out of the end zone.
Yeah, watching Madge do his thing, he's a great receiver. He catches almost everything that's thrown at him, even if he's getting contact. And then you got Drew taking a shot right at the line of scrimmage. We don't have it. We can't run it back here for you, but took a shot right and as he was coming through that line of scrimmage and was able to take it all the way to the house. Spartans were really sleepy here and frustrating the whole coaching staff, and that really saved the Spartans there to get a little more cushion going into this last minute 43 of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Spartans a good deep running back committee there. You got Jones, Drew, Jefferson, Johnson, Lucas, Jones, and Smith. First down for Grant after the Spartan score. Rios, rushed by Ferguson, chases him to his right. The pass too high for his intended target. Watson.
Yeah, that's too bad too, because I think if he's able to connect with Watson here he gets flushed out of the pocket, and he is it's almost like watching a Doug Flutie high school player. I mean, he just, almost connects there and just over the top of the fingertips.
Along with Stephen Shea, Pat O'Rourke with you. Tony Dickert running camera upstairs. Here in the booth with us, running the camera and directing the broadcast, Tim Banks. Please have you with us from Sacramento. Spartans up 41-20, 1:35 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, Spartans a little mixed up here on defense.
Rios fakes a handoff, and he stumbles and loses it, and the Spartans pounce on top of it. It's Peli Pasa coming up with the fumble recovery.
I didn't see if it was just a bad exchange or if a Spartan caused it. Here it is. Ball comes out. They're in the shotgun, and he goes to hand it off, pulls it away. Oh, he just lost the football. That's just a nice, fortunate play for the Spartans. The young sophomore had it in his hands and had a lot of pressure coming to him, and he just let the ball loose, and Spartans get an opportunity here to punch one in.
Took almost 3 quarters. We have our first turnover of this game. The Spartans take over in the red zone at the Grant 19-yard line, and it's Knight handing off to Jefferson, who runs over the right side and nothing doing.
Yeah, Rabone. Number 10, Rabone came in off the edge there. What a nice play. Jefferson, usually that's where he puts on the Ferrari mode and was not able to get loose there.
1-yard pickup for Jefferson. He's lined up to Knight's right. Trips to the left. Knight hands off Jefferson, trying to outrace the defense, and tries to reverse his field. And he finally stumbles after a couple of yards. He was doing everything he can to keep that play alive, and he almost ended up breaking it.
God, he's electric. Watch him here. He's going to reverse field. And I think when the kids start bouncing around like this on turf, can sometimes hurt them.
Nicholas goes over as a receiver to the left. Jones Drew to Knight's right. It's 3rd down and 8 from the Grant 17-yard line. Knight rolling that direction, and he's going to be tackled in the backfield. There's that man again, Julian Bruno.
Wow, that's a sophomore, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he is a ball hawk, and he's such a good high IQ football player. Watch him read this. He knows the Spartans like to roll out here to the right, and he's on this right here, and here he comes, and he's coming full speed.
Leading tackler on this team. He was the 2nd leading tackler as a freshman last year. And that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 41-20 Spartans as we head to the 4th. This is Day with Sal TV.
The one thing I'm most proud of is the diversity of perspectives that we bring to our clients. And when we talk about how we design these buildings and how they're going to serve that community, we really value having those different perspectives.
Transform your house into the home of your dreams. Trusted by homeowners for over 40 years. Carey Brothers Design and Build Remodeling. Experience, integrity, results.
It's right there.
Get a look at the Spartans. A 4th down and 14 coming up. The offense in 4 possessions of this second half, it's gone 3 and out on 3 of them. They did get the touchdown possession the last time they had it when Deuce Jones-Drew did a lot of work for a 53-yard score.
Yeah, that was a super impressive run by Drew. One of his best runs of the season to take that hit as he was coming through the line of scrimmage and still be able to take it all the way to the house. So
4th and 14.
Spartans look like they're going to be kicking a field goal here.
Spartans already missed a field goal earlier. This one is going to be from 40 yards out. And they're going to rely on Johnny Borba here to kick this one. So he gets his first field goal try of his career here.
Pacer defense, here we go.
Foley snapping, Madge holding. Low snap. Borba's kick is not going to make it. And the Spartans missed their second field goal of the night. This one from 40 yards out, and it stays a 41-20 game.
I mean, that was pretty ugly there. I mean, they got down and I don't think they snapped the ball when they were supposed to. The snap came back super low, tough to handle, and just caused a really tough
Borba,
kick.
when he started his stride forward, he had to stop and then start again because of the snap there. So Grant takes over at their own 20, down by 3 touchdowns.
Well, I think we know Grant's going to come out and be in the shotgun again and try to throw the football. You've got Knight and Edwards on the wide side of the field, and they're going to probably be looking to go that way if they can.
Forward to the 29 and picks up 9 on first down.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to get to the ground. Here he comes, right at you in your living room. He's going to come and bounce this out to the right side of the line. Nice blocking there by the Pacers.
All right, gain of 9.
And we got these guys, Watson, Shabazz, Knight, Edwards, all coming back next season for Grant. We haven't even mentioned the excellent sophomore running back who's not playing tonight, Griffin.
Ooh.
Here's a pass across the middle, deflected and intercepted, picked off by the Spartans, and Jelani Dyer off the deflection.
Oh, that's too bad. I mean, Knight had that. Here's the replay. Knight's holding his right hand. I don't know what happened.
Just right off his hands and right to Jelani Dyer, the 5'9", 160-pound junior. We did not have any turnovers all night until Grant has turned it over the last 2 possessions.
And Rios dropped back. He put it right on him. I mean, it was a beautiful pass. If he's able to handle that, that's a first down for the Pacers.
All right.
And really those turnovers unforced for Grant.
Yeah, great interception there by 32.
So Spartans great field position again. See if they can cash this one as Jones-Drew again being a load to bring down, doing everything he can to fight for his 3 yards.
I mean, it's tough when you're playing defense and all of a sudden a ball tips at that speed to pick that up. Great play by Dyer and the Spartans to get that interception.
Number 8.
The
Giovanni Hodge.
10th turnover forced by the Spartan defense this year.
10:50 remaining.
Second down and 7. Jefferson is in the backfield, and he's the one who gets the carry. Makes one man miss, goes outside to his right, stays in his feet, takes inside the 30 before he shuffles out of bounds.
And he's talking a little trash over there. It's tough to get him on the ground. He's lightning in a bottle. Here he is. He's dancing around. Skips inside and then decides he's going to break it out to the left. Little stiff arm action and gets all the way out on the edge. I'm telling you, even if he is just flag football, you still can't get him.
He is Mr. Excitement. A 9-yard pickup there. And Knight will hand off Brady Smith. Smith fighting for yards between the tackles. So Saya Noah on the stop for Grant, along with Lee Inukaha Angana.
Yeah, and Pacers bringing out the big heavies off the field here. Looks like they might try to.
2 2-yard pickup for Smith. It's 2nd and 8.
I think the Spartans are going to run on this set.
Jefferson and Smith split behind Knight. It goes to Smith. Brady Smith met immediately after getting the football. Giovanni Hodge on the stop.
There looked like some action that happened there on both sides of the line, and there was no flag thrown on the play.
Hodge, another one of these players in this Grant defense, is going to be playing Division I. He's got offers from Cal, Arizona State, Arizona, San Diego State, and Colorado State. He's 3rd down and 6.
Great athlete, Hodge.
Jones, Drew, and Jefferson behind Knight on this 3rd down. It's a pitch to Jefferson. He comes left. Jefferson makes one man miss, steps out of bounds, shy of the 20-yard line, and shy of the 1st down by at least a couple of yards.
I mean, you have to hand it to Grant. Grant's definitely got speed on the edges with these great athletes. They brought in some big boys in the middle to defend from the Spartans trying to run it up the middle. So Spartans tried to go outside with Jefferson, the speed demon, and they could not round the corner. Great job by the Pacers defending the edge.
Here we go, another 4th down for the Spartans. It's 4th down and 3 from the Grant 21. Got Nicholas and Jones Drew's receivers to the left. McCall is in the slot, and the 3 receivers over to the right side. Knight looking left. His pass complete. Jones Drew makes a catch inside the 15. He takes it inside the 10 and sets up 1st down and goal. A 4th down completion to Jones Drew.
Great play by the Spartans. Went empty set. Threw Jones Drew out here on the edge, out on the left side. He's just going to go out 8 yards, 6 yards, and turn around, and a bullet came right to him. And he's able to move upfield. He is so tough to get to the ground.
12-yard pickup for Jones Drew and the reception from Knight. And the Spartans have 1st and goal from the Grant 9. Looking for their 7th touchdown of the evening.
Grant brings in the big boys in the middle, trying to defend that middle.
Spartans bring in their big sophomore Johnson Lucas. Instead it goes Jefferson. He tries to outrace the defense to the right, looking towards that sideline. He steps out of bounds at the 7 as he was being chased once again by the linebacker Bruno.
God, is that Bruno or Hodge? He was flying. Looks like he got a face full of that black stuff that kicks up on the turf. He's trying to get it out of his face.
Yeah, actually, it wasn't even either way. It was a Savion Bandy.
Bandy was flying out there to keep Jefferson, the fastest man in the state, from rounding the corner.
2nd and goal.
37 remaining. Here we go.
Handoff goes to Jones Drew. Jones Drew hurdles a couple players and takes it into the end zone for his 2nd touchdown of this 2nd half. The 7th rushing touchdown of the night for the Spartans. They're up 47-20.
Yeah, Jones Drew has showed in this 2nd half that he is tough. He's tough to get to the ground. You can see how he's built. He's like his dad. I mean, once he gets moving through the line, he can take contact and just keep moving forward. It's really hard to get him to the ground. Great job by Jones Drew.
His 2nd touchdown of this 2nd half, and it's Justin Urabari after the high snap again, and he misses, actually hits a crossbar as he had trouble again. His stand, he had to start and stop again.
Yeah, the snap was just awful. Came back just above head high. The Spartans had to stand up to catch the snap, and that's never going to be a good outcome for the kicker who's sitting there waiting.
8 plays, 40 yards. They capitalize on the interception. They go. The touchdown drive takes 3 minutes and 46 seconds, capped off by Deuce Jones Drew's 7-yard touchdown run. And the Spartans, who saw this game become a 14-point game at 34-20, it's now a 27-point game, 47-20 on those Jones Drew touchdown runs. The other one 53 yards. This one goes for 7. He now has 4 touchdowns on the year. Jefferson, Knight, and Jones Drew each have 2 rushing touchdowns tonight, and the other one went to Jamal Johnson Lucas.
I got to hand it to the drum line here. They keep it rolling this whole game, trying to keep their team up.
7:32 left for Grant.
All right, 7:32 remaining in the contest.
Johnny Borba will kick off.
Knight.
Kickoff, return from the 6. And out to the 30-yard line goes Tavorian Block. He's just a freshman.
Yeah, number 27 for the Spartans. Nice tackle.
Brady Smith.
Yeah, Brady came across and got him.
Get a look at Smith going towards the Spartan sideline. 47 points. Season high for the Spartans. They're going through this tough gauntlet non-league schedule. Win over Lakeland, Florida in opening week. Then at Sarah and at St. Francis. Couple West Catholic League schools the last couple weeks. Now at Grant tonight. And then they've got St. Mary's of Stockton and Cathedral Catholic of San Diego coming in the next 2 weeks to Owen Owens Field. Tavia Rios done a nice job at quarterback for Grant. Rios wants to step up and run. Past the 30, he slides down. Again, he slides a little early. We've seen him do that a few times tonight. Definitely aware of, I guess maybe that's just from watching the Spartan defense on film during the week.
Yeah, I'd be sliding early too if I saw some of these linebackers coming at me.
And one of those was, of course, in front of him there was the sophomore Landon Miller.
Yeah.
Who you don't ever want to be hit upright by.
2nd and 3 for the Pacers.
That's not a good.
6:56 remaining.
5 receivers set, 3 of them to the short side and this right side, and there's Rios stepping up and running again. Rios going to try, now he slips again, and about at the 37-yard line, but it is enough for a first down.
Yeah. As a sophomore, he's still learning how to kind of get down in a good way. He could have bought a little more real estate there, but got the first down.
Here we go.
He's causing heartache for this Spartan defense because he just drops back and then he just takes off. It's like a jackrabbit. He's got great feet. He's got good vision.
Rios pass across the middle here, deflected up in the air, and almost another interception for Dyer, who was trying to measure that pass up in the air after the deflection.
Wow. Nice deflection there. I think the young Rios not setting his feet right here, you'll see, and this is kind of a really maybe not the best throw of the night. It was a little loose.
Looked like Posick first maybe got a piece of it, and then Cadet did before it got to Dyer.
Yeah, Cadet definitely got his hand on it.
2nd and 10, here we go.
So here's 2nd and 10 for Rios. Looking over to the Grant sideline, 6:15 to go. Rios has a pocket, throws across the middle, and that's going to be picked off. There's Dyer with his 2nd interception tonight. He takes inside Grant territory, forced out of bounds at the Pacer 40.
Wow.
3 straight possessions where the Spartans have picked up turnovers.
Yeah, Dyer just sitting back there. He saw this ball get a little high and get away from Rios. Rios just getting a little too greedy here, and that ball sailed on him, and there Dyer's just waiting. He's 2nd pick for the night. What a play for the Spartans.
Spartan defense last year was awesome on their way to being the best team in Northern California. They allowed just 13.6 points per game. That was the lowest points per game they've allowed since 2018. But one of the things they didn't do that great last year was force turnovers. They forced 17 of them. This year's team has already forced 11, and Braden Knight hands off on first down, and the Spartans pick up 1 or 2 for Jamal Johnson-Lucas.
Yeah, I think the Spartans are going to just eat some clock right now. Try to keep running this football and just run the clock. It's gotten awful quiet here at Pacer Stadium.
Spartans up comfortably by 4 touchdowns now after Grant had closed to within 2 scores earlier this half. Greg Jones in the backfield with Knight. He gets the handoff. Jones breaks 1 tackle in the backfield. He tries to move those legs forward and does everything he can to pick up a yard. This will take us inside the 5-minute mark. Spartans home against St. Mary's next week. This Grand team a good preparation for St. Mary's because St. Mary's is always blessed with a lot of good speed and skilled position players. So that won't be easy next week at Owen Owens Field. Spartans trying to close out this one with Brady Smith in the backfield next to Knight. They'll give Smith the handoff. No, Knight. Actually, it's Pelosi into the game, and Ray Pelosi kept it himself, the backup quarterback for the Spartans, and he ends up losing a yard on the play.
Yeah, St. Mary's lost to Oak Ridge 56-35 last week, and right now Oak Ridge is having trouble with Del Oro. They're down 8-3 in the fourth quarter, or in the third quarter.
One thing Tony Franks does a great job at St. Mary's every year is they always give Spartans a battle, but they always have a bye before they play the Spartans, and that's one thing they got again this year. St. Mary's not playing this week, so they've got a couple of weeks to prepare for the Spartans. 4th down and 9, the Spartans will punt. It's going to be Knight dropping back to take that punt. It bounces inside the Grant 20-yard line. They had called a fair catch. So the Spartans go 3 and out after the most recent turnover by the Pacers.
Yeah, it looks like Folsom's going to take care of business. 1 minute to go in the fourth quarter, 34-21 over Rockland. Rockland's giving them a good fight tonight. A lot of good football up here in Sacramento. These kids can play year in, year out, and Pat knows this. You know, a lot of players coming out of Sacramento end up going and playing in Division I.
Oh yeah, we got a lot of guys in this Grant team that are going to be playing Division I on both sides of the ball. And again, I continue to be impressed by the skill players on offense that will all be back next year. It's 1st and 10 for the Pacers from the 18-yard line. They've turned it over on 3 straight possessions.
3:59 remaining in the contest. Here we go.
Wanting to run is Rios, and then he goes and he throws on the run again, and his pass downfield is to Josiah Noah, who makes a nice catch after taking a hard shot from Turner Madge.
Jeez. Here's the replay here. Rios gets loose again. Wow, what a shot. Comes right down on his face mask and holds on to the...
Penalties against Grant.
And we'll wipe it away as for a penalty against Grant.
Did he throw it?
No, he was definitely behind the line. And they shouldn't have thrown that because he was, looking at the replay.
I thought it was close.
It was the 18-yard line. I thought
Here's the replay here.
Let's see. Yeah, he's behind it.
And we see the flag before he throws it, so I wonder if it was a holding.
Pacers go back to their 9-yard line. It's 1st and 19 now.
1st and 20, kick Pacers. Here we go.
Rios from his own end zone underthrows it.
Yeah.
Looking for DeMarcus Brown, the sophomore receiver.
Never able to set his feet there. Didn't get in any good rhythm and was locked on right from when he got the football onto his first receiver and just never came off that first read and couldn't get the football to him.
So it's 2nd and 19 for Grant.
2nd and 19.
Go ahead, Pat.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I like when they move Rios, let him move out of the pocket.
Here we go.
He can throw the football on the run, and it causes problems for the Spartans.
He's got nobody in the backfield with him in this 5-receiver set.
Here he goes.
And here he goes on the run again. He goes backwards and then throws it downfield, and the pass incomplete again. That's a DeMarcus Brown.
What a great play by Rios. He's running in and out of unbelievable linemen that are chasing him. Here's the replay. He gets loose, stays behind the line of scrimmage, and he's got linemen closing on him, gathers himself, and that should have been caught. That was right there.
Yeah, so he put that right on target, even though he was throwing off his back foot. 3rd and 19. 3:24 to go.
3rd down. 3:24 remaining.
Rios up the middle of the field looking for Edwards, and Edwards had it go out of his hands. Again, Rios put it on target, but maybe Edwards was thinking about getting hit, and now he hits the turf.
Yeah, I don't know. Edwards, I think he heard footsteps there. He got little alligator arms coming over the middle. He should have caught that.
And hopefully he's okay. Hopefully this isn't a serious injury.
Here's the play here. He's going to come across the middle, and once again, Rios puts a dime on him right here. I mean, he's got to catch that. You're going to Alabama next year or the year after.
Well, we don't know that. He can be going a lot of different places. But
not if he doesn't catch that.
No. He had 3 catches, 72 yards, and a touchdown in the last year's game against the Spartans. And he went down well after that play there. Hopefully he's okay. He's getting attended to.
It's either a cramp or his foot moved a little funny, like he stepped on somebody's foot. But I think he's going to walk off here.
He's up.
He might be cramping a little.
Go Edwards.
Hopefully he's okay. That's the last thing Grant needs.
They're going to punt the football from their own end zone here, so the other last thing they need is Jefferson. There's nobody back for the Spartans to even return the football.
So Salle Noah standing in the end zone. Grant scored on that first possession of the second half. Spartan defense has stopped him since. And Noah punts it away with, again, nobody back to return for the Spartans. So this will run a little bit of clock off before Grant downs it, which they do on the Spartan side of the 50. 3:08 to go. Spartans up 47-20. They led 34-20 or 34-14 at the half. Grant made it 34-20. The Spartans, though, have scored 13 unanswered since. On their way to going to 4-0. A lot of questions about the Spartans, if they had down years or not, because they lost some games against NorCal competition, but that's very much a thing of the past. They had 10 losses from 2021 to 2023, but just 1 loss in last year's state championship game, and this year going to be 4-0. This will be their 24th consecutive win against a Northern California opponent. And before they run a snap, we're going to get a sideline penalty against the Spartans. They already had the warning earlier, so they could push them back 5 yards. Ray Pelosi is in the game at quarterback for the Spartans, junior.
Yeah, I saw Ray Pelosi warming up. He can move. He's got wheels.
And he'll hand off to Greg Jones. Jones runs over the right side.
Ooh, jeez.
But brought to the turf by Mosadi Fotofili.
Yeah, there's a little extracurricular going on out there.
On it again on the tackle for the
That takes us inside 3 minutes to go. Spartans with a number of backups in there right now as Pelosi takes the snap. He'll hand off. And good job fighting for some yards to get on Grant's side of the 50. By Judah Pape. Nice run by Pape, picks up 4. 3rd down and 9. This now takes us inside the 2-minute mark.
1:50 remaining in the contest. 3rd down, Spartans.
Pelosi wanted to hand off, looked like, and ends up going 1 seconds to go. 1 seconds to go. If you're just joining us, Spartans jumped out early. They led 21-0 after the first quarter. They were up 28-0. Grant, though, a strong surge at the end of the first half, made it 34-14 at the break. They made it 34-20 early third quarter. Spartans now up 47-20, just 41 seconds to go. And Urabari back to punt. Low snap. Spartans have had issues with their lawn snapping tonight. And it's going to bounce at the Grant 30 and roll inside the 20.
Yeah, I mean, that's something to pay attention. They gotta get that worked out because they got to be way more proficient at getting field goals kicked.
Yeah, everything seems to be coming in on a bounce, and the punts and on the field goal and extra point tries.
Or high. Well, great job to Tim Banks and Bay Area Sports TV tonight, putting on a great broadcast. There was a lot of excitement in the building when we first started, and Pacers had the 3 touchdowns in a row, and the band was rolling, and the Pacerettes were jamming, but too much De La Salle Spartans tonight. So the De La Salle Spartans are going to continue to be unbeaten and keep moving forward.
Good job by Tavio Rios at quarterback for the sophomore. Despite Chiron Crump starting the first 3 games, he gets his first start against De La Salle, and he ends up doing a better job than the previous offenses did against the Spartans. Here he escapes contact in the backfield and gets some positive yardage up the sideline. The clock stops with 21 seconds.
You can just see, but just by that play alone, I mean, a lot of kids go down there. He keeps his feet, able to get out of bounds. He's a really good athlete. They have 3 good quarterbacks here.
Yeah, a lot of guys going to become eligible next week, including the quarterback transfer they got from Folsom. Here is Rios again, and again he escapes one arm tackle, throws it upfield, and his pass is complete.
Wow.
He finds Malachi Guidry.
Great play. He feels the pressure really well for a young quarterback. He went right up the middle, almost got tackled, was able to get rid of the football.
Picks up 22. We're in the final 10 seconds. Could be the final play of the game here.
7, 6, 5.
And Grant is going to call a timeout with 3 seconds to go. It looked like some people on Grant's sideline wonder who called that timeout. So a timeout with 3 seconds left. We'll take, well, let's see. We'll just keep it right here.
Yeah, let's keep it here. And Spartans are going to go into a prevent defense. Obviously, they're going to throw it as far as they can here and see if they can get a touchdown. But can't blame them. They came here to try to, give a good fight, and they did. They came out in that third quarter and outplayed the Spartans for a majority of that third quarter. End of the second quarter and into the third quarter, they played a great football game during that stretch.
So 3 seconds to go. Final play of the game here. 47-20 in favor of the Spartans. Here's Rios looking to run up the middle of the field again. He went past the line of scrimmage, it looked like, throws it upfield, and it's just batted down by the Spartans. They could have had the turnover, but Turner Madge just knocks it down, and the Spartans come away with the victory. A 47-20 win in Sacramento tonight. Their first regular season game in Sacramento in 37 years. They beat the Grant Pacers by 27. We'll bring it back for the New Fine Lending post-game show in a moment. You're watching Spartan football. This is De La Salle TV.
Good job, guys. Right on, job. Yeah, hopefully next time will be a little better. But well, 8 o'clock, your whole team's coming back. Yeah, we'll have everybody next time. I mean, hopefully, I'm sure those green tests for De La Salle. I mean, you guys.
At BMW Concord, we want to exceed your expectations in every way possible. From our newly reimagined showroom, customer lounge, and service drive to our amazing selection of new BMWs, this is next level luxury. Choose from an exceptional lineup of new BMW electrics, the i4, iX, i5, and i7, our stunning SUVs like the X1, X3, X5, and X7, or our performance BMW M car lineup. More than that, BMW Concord is proud to be a good neighbor in the community and a strong supporter of the De La Salle High School athletic program.
Trust the funeral directors at Diablo Valley Funeral Home to help you celebrate your loved one's life. Our staff can plan a variety of services and will assist your family no matter your budget, culture, or religion. We serve Concord and the surrounding area with compassion, dignity, and respect, providing full funeral services, cremation, pre-planning, live streaming, digital arrangements, domestic and international shipping. Diablo Valley Funeral Home, family owned and operated since 1949. Proud sponsor of De La Salle High School.
Mortgage solutions designed for the Bay Area and beyond. NewFi is a national mortgage lender owned and operated by a DLS alumnus. Learn more.
De La Salle High School at the time of booking to receive a special offer on your next roofing project.
The business world moves fast. Armanino equips you to embrace change with confidence and agility, propelling you forward with 360-degree business insights and technology to crush the status quo. Armanino, possible redefined.
Well, that's good.
Welcome back to Grant Union High School in Sacramento. Spartans win by the final score of 47-20 tonight. This is the NewFi Lending postgame show as we recap this one. And we'll recap the first half. Before we go to the second half, we'll try to quickly recap what we had in the first half. Spartans scored on their first possession of the night, 4-play, 72-yard drive, took 53 seconds. Jaden Jefferson, 38-yard touchdown run, made it 7-0, less than a minute into the game. After a 3-and-out by Grant, Spartans scored on their second possession, another touchdown run by Jefferson, this time from 13 yards out. They went 4 plays, 30 yards in a minute 39. Spartans missed a field goal on their third possession of the night. Their fourth possession, though, it was a 78-yard run by Brady Smith, setting up a 2-yard touchdown run by Knight to make it 21-0. That was still in the first quarter. In the second quarter, Spartans ended up driving, but getting a 36-yard touchdown run this time from Braden Knight. The extra point made it 28-0, 9-play, 63-yard drive that took 2:36. It looked like the Spartans were on their way to a rout, but that's when Grant really responded. Pacers put together a 4-play, 80-yard drive in a minute 10, capped off by Tavio Rios' pass, 23-yard touchdown pass to D'Angelo Knight. Spartans responded with 11-play, 72-yard drive that took 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Jamal Johnson-Lucas, an 8-yard touchdown run. The extra point was no good, 34-7. Grant went 11 plays, 72 yards themselves in 4 minutes and 49 seconds as they scored with 10 seconds left in the half when Rios found Thorne Watson, who did all the work for a 10-yard scoring play, and it was 34-14 at the break. When we started the second half, Grant started with the football, and they picked up where they left off in the first half, going 7 plays, 80 yards in 2 minutes and 8 seconds. Another touchdown pass for Rios, one of his 3 in the night. He found Zoe Edwards in the end zone, and the big 6'6" tight end went up and got it. 26-yard touchdown pass. The extra point was blocked. It was 34-20 after that 80-yard scoring drive that took 2 minutes and 8 seconds. And after that, Grant's defense held the Spartans to a 3-and-out, but the Spartan defense responded, forcing a Grant punt. Spartans again had to go 3-and-out to punt the ball to Grant. Grant exchanged another 3-and-out of their own, giving it back to the Spartans with 2:23 to go in the third quarter. Spartans took over at their own 43-yard line after a 4-yard run by Turner Madge. Deuce Jones-Drew met contact at the line of scrimmage. He ran through that contact and then ran the rest of the way for a 53-yard scamper. The touchdown with the extra point made it 41-20. 2 plays, 57 yards. It took just 40 seconds. Spartans were up 41-20 with 1:43 to go in the third quarter. Grant's ensuing possession, they would fumble it. The Spartans would take over after the fumble. Pili Pasa picked up the fumble. Spartans would have a short field starting at the Grant 19-yard line, but they couldn't cash in. A 40-yard field goal was no good to start the fourth quarter. Grant got the ball back. Second play of the fourth quarter, an interception by Jelani Dyer gave the Spartans good field position again, this time at the Grant 40. It would take them 8 plays to find the end zone. It was Deuce Jones-Drew's second touchdown run, this time from 7 yards out. The extra point was
first half. Jefferson and defense side, you cannot take these teams for granted that can actually scramble around, buy time, and get loose, and then you've got these great athletes, and they were able to get 3 touchdowns in a row, and you kept talking about the fact that we haven't seen that this year.
Yeah, as far as Spartans hadn't allowed to score until the Grant scored those 3 possessions, and really 3 straight possessions, 2 at the end of the first half and the possession to start the second half. And Coach Allenbaugh mentioned in the pregame show, maybe some guys he didn't like all the talk about the defense, how they hadn't allowed any points because he was worried about it getting to his guys' heads. Well, the Spartans defense didn't play as well tonight as they normally do, and certainly they're going to have a lot to go over film-wise coming up on for tomorrow morning and the rest of the week as they get ready for a team that also can put points on the board and has in the past against the Spartans and the St. Mary's Rams, which should be a good one next Friday night.
Yeah, I mean, St. Mary's Rams have a great program. I mean, I know Oak Ridge took care of them last week, but they're going to come in and they've always got good athletes and they can throw and run the football. So Spartans are going to have to be ready for that. And, I think the lessons they'll learn from tonight is, how to keep these cagey quarterbacks, don't let them get outside the pocket and cause this much trouble on you. But, back to the running backs for De La Salle. I mean, at any time the game kind of started to get close or, De La Salle felt like they weren't, paying attention at times and not maybe focused as well as Coach Allenbaugh would like them to be. And here come the running backs. And like I said, the Deuce got loose in the second half, and that was impressive to watch for just game balls around. I think the running back room was really incredible tonight.
Expect a lot of fans, and hope you show up next couple of weeks. Spartan's going to have a couple of good games coming up before they get into e-ball competition. St. Mary's next week. Cathedral Catholic makes a trip up from San Diego the week after that. Those are a couple of really good home games that fans should be attending the next couple of weeks. Grant, they have a really good schedule, and they've got a tough game next week. They play at Lincoln of San Diego next week. Lincoln's ranked 8th in the state. The Spartans, of course, came into tonight ranked 7th in the state. Want to thank our rest of our crew. Tony Dickert, great camera work upstairs, along with the camera work here in the press box next to us by our director, Tim Banks. For Stephen Shea, I'm Pat O'Rourke signing off from Sacramento. The Spartans play their first regular season game in Sacramento in 37 years, and they win it 47-20 at Grant Union. You've been watching Spartan football on De La Salle TV. Have a good night.
Thank you for joining us for another presentation of Spartan Athletics on De La Salle TV. Thank you to these sponsors for their help in sponsoring our broadcasts. Golden State Orthopedic and Spine, Apollo Roofing, Lemurs Concord GMC, NewFi Lending, Epic Insurance Brokers and Consultants, Armanino LLP, Lennox Homes, and Mello's Italian Table. De La Salle would also like to thank BMW Concord, Van Pelt Construction Services, Diablo Valley Funeral Home, Carey Brothers Design and Build Remodeling, Dolan's Lumber, SPM Properties, Carlos Insulation Incorporated, and Rubino Counseling. Thanks again to all our loyal sponsors of the De La Salle Spartans. Thank you for watching De La Salle Athletics, and join us next time for our next Spartans broadcast on De La Salle TV.